Okay, here we want to write the equation for the graphed function. So the first thing we want to do is figure out what is the vertex of this function. So we can determine from the graph that the vertex is located at -3, +4. So therefore the vertex is at -3 and then 4. Okay, then we want to pick a point on the graph. Now, we may be able to find the y-intercept, but if you look at the y-intercept, it's not an exact point, so we don't know what that is there. But we do know that there's an x-intercept that goes through the point 1, 0. We also know that there's another x-intercept that goes through that at -7, 0. And there's some additional points here. We can look here. This is another point at -1 and then 3. And then we also have another point here which is at -5 and then 3. So we can choose any of those points that we want on the graph for our second step. But, we can go ahead and use the x-intercept at 1, 0. So let's go ahead and label our points. So we know that x is going to equal -3. We know the value of k is equal to 4. We know the value of x is going to equal 1. And we know the value of y, or f of x, is going to equal 0. And so we're going to find a. So let's go ahead and use the standard form of f of x, which is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k, and let's plug in our values. We know that f of x is equal to 0. We're solving for a. We know that x is 1 minus h, which is -3, and then we're going to square that, and then plus 4. So we have 0, which is equal to a. Well, this becomes 1 plus 4, which is 4 squared plus 4. So that means we get 0, which is equal to 16a plus 4. Now, if we subtract 4 to both sides, we get -4, which is equal to 16a. And so therefore, a is going to equal -4 over 16. And reducing that, we get -1/4. So that's the value of a. So now, in step number 5, we know that the value of a is -1/4. We know that the value of h is -3. And we know the value of k is +4. So again, using the standard form of f of x, which is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k. So let's plug in the value of a. We know that it's -1/4 times x minus a -3 squared plus 4. So ultimately, our function is going to look like this. -1/4 times x plus 3 squared plus 4. And therefore, there is our answer.